This is Dr. Eric Fields. I'm a psychologist specializing in gambling addiction. Today, I'm discussing the real reason why you compulsively gamble and why you can't ever profit from gambling. You see, your real goal when it comes to gambling is not to make money. Your real goal when it comes to gambling is simply to keep gambling because the function of your gambling is to distract. If you really wanted to profit from gambling, you would quit while you were ahead. You certainly would get out with at least some money that you've won. How many times have you been up only eventually to lose it all? And you might recall certain days and even weeks where you were up and walked away and were still in the green. But here's the issue. Eventually, you lost that money. Why? Because this is not about trying to make a profit. The only reason why you actually want to win money is to fuel this addiction so that you can keep doing it. It's just like a drug. Statistically, the longer you gamble, the less likely you are to actually turn a profit. And most of you know this. Most of you know the odds, right? So if you know this, then why do you continue to gamble when you're up? Why don't you walk away, especially when you start losing, right? So for a social gambler, if they're up a couple $1,000s, sure, they'll keep playing. But once they start losing, at some point, they'll walk away. Compulsive gamblers might walk away once in a while they're up. The problem is they will return and eventually lose that money. And they famously will always point to these periods of time in their life where they won big and they held on to it as proof that they can control it. And I will famously point to those periods of time immediately afterwards when they lost all of it again. Because again, this is not about profiting from this endeavor. This is really just about fueling the addiction. And just like any other addiction, this is designed to bury your woes, to forget about all of your life's issues and whatever is plaguing you. Some of you, or many of you, may be wondering, well, what the heck is plaguing me? What am I running away from? Why am I turning to, as I call it, the great escape? If you want to know what this is really doing for you, what the function of this is for you, next time you're battling gambling urges, I want you to sit with that discomfort because what these urges in general are saying is, hey, you can't tolerate this discomfort. It's going to be way too difficult to not gamble. And this is what I refer to as the not gambling problem, which is your real issue, right? The real issue you're having is dealing with life without gambling. And so you have to figure out, why am I having such a hard time dealing with life without gambling? Why do I constantly want to fuel this addiction and constantly want to avoid life and escape into this fantasy world? You have to sit with this discomfort to figure it out. And what I suggest doing is what I refer to as a life inventory. And quite simply, what that is reflecting on each area of your life and seeing if any of those areas of your life are problematic for you. The first place to start to get a clue as to what might be bothering you is checking in with how you feel. Feelings can give us clues to what's really bothering us. So if we are having depressed feelings, chances are it's either about a past event or it's simply about feeling stuck, like we're feeling trapped and there's no way out. We could be feeling stuck or trapped in a relationship, at our job, et cetera, et cetera. And anxiety is almost always future oriented. We're worrying about the future. Maybe it's about our financial security. Maybe again, it's about our relationship or our job. But you want to go through each major area of your life and try to figure out what is dissatisfying to us or what's causing us problems, what's bothering us. Social relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, or lack of. Is it our job? Are we not getting the promotions that we want? Are we not where we need to be? Is it the wrong career? Sometimes there are big, big, big adult problems that we're having that we just simply don't want to face because if we confront them, it means we have to take action, and taking action is going to be very dramatic in some cases and going to cause us a lot of distress. Like, for example, let's say we were in denial that we were not in the right relationship or marriage, or maybe not the right job. Well, that's not an easy fix, right? And so these are some of the big, big, big reasons that keep people in problematic behavioral patterns like addiction. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting that if you have an addiction, your marriage is a problem or your job, but I'm giving you some examples. And sometimes it could be something a lot more simple, like you're just not getting fulfilled in life. Maybe you're lacking something. Maybe it's a hobby or an interest or something that you used to do that you found so enjoyable, but for some reason you're not able to do it anymore, or you've just grown distant from it. You got to go through all these areas of life and figure out what is problematic and what are you running from. As I referred to before, gambling, compulsive gambling is the great distractor. And chances are very high that you are using compulsive gambling to distract yourself from what's really bothering you deep down inside. Figure this out, and you are well on your way to overcoming this seemingly intractable issue. This is Dr. Fields. I hope you liked this video. If so, please let me know. It always encourages me to make more and produce valuable content. I'll have more to say about this at another time.